Hello and welcome to the State of the Fleet Industry, a weekly video series produced by Automotive Fleet magazine. I'm Mike Antich, editor of Automotive Fleet, and today I like to examine what's occurring in the fleet industry for the week of May 30th, 2022. And for this week's episode, I like to continue my examination of the start of the 2023 model year ordering cycle, which initially is shaping up to be like nothing we've ever experienced before. And what we're witnessing, at least for the past 2 weeks, is extremely heavy order volumes that are exceeding OEM fleet allocation for specific high demand models. And unbelievably, this demand is such that it's causing a complete sellout of fleet allocation in less than 24 hours after the order banks have opened. And I've been covering the fleet industry for the past 3 decades, and I can't remember anything like this occurring before, nor have any of the other fleet professionals whom I've reached out to. They've not experienced anything similar to this either. Admittedly, in hindsight, there were some people in the fleet industry who were anticipating that the ordering window for 2023 models would be short. And the industry scuttlebutt among these individuals was that there was a possibility that the order banks for some 2023 models could close very quickly and perhaps even be open for just a few weeks or so. But no one, and I repeat, no one predicted that the order banks for specific vehicles would close in less than 24 hours, especially when we're at the beginning of a new model ordering cycle. But this is exactly what happened when the order banks opened for the 2023 Chevrolet Silverado and 2023 GMC Sierra full-size pickups. And the order banks for these models opened just last week, Thursday, May 26th, and in the space of 24 hours the next day, General Motors announced an immediate cutoff for all fleet order types, excluding rental. And the fleet ordering cutoffs impacted the 2023 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra light-duty crew cabs and light-duty double cabs, along with the 2023 Silverado and Sierra heavy-duty double cabs and heavy-duty regular cabs. And the reason given by GM for the immediate cutoff was because of the heavy order volume submitted by fleet end users. And the volume of orders was so heavy that General Motors advised customers any orders for these models that came in on Friday, May 27th, a day after the order banks were opened, were at risk of being canceled without notification. And the one exception to the early order cutoff was the 2023 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 2500 and 3500 heavy-duty crew cab pickups, which can only be ordered under GM's controlled allocation system. In last model year, all 2022 Silverado and Sierra pickup models were likewise on an allocation system, but for the 2023 model year ordering, they were available to be ordered on a free flow basis. And as you might remember from last week's video report just 11 days ago on May 20th, there was another unexpected announcement from General Motors on an immediate fleet order cutoff for the following 2023 models. And they were the Cadillac CTS, Cadillac Escalade ESC, Escalade ESV, Buick Enclave, Chevrolet Tahoe, Chevrolet PPV for police pursuit vehicle, and the Chevrolet Suburban. And as we start to move into the summer months, there are more and more order banks for 2023 fleet models that'll be open. So, for example, today, Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, the order banks open for the 2023 Ford Transit and 2023 Ford E-Transit vans, but these models must be ordered through a controlled allocation system. And similarly, most GM models continue to remain under a controlled allocation system whereby a company's fleet order volume must be approved through a GM fleet account executive prior to order placement. And the 2023 GM models on order allocation are the Chevrolet Express, GMC Savannah, Chevrolet Equinox, GMC Terrain, Chevrolet Colorado, and GMC Canyon. And likewise, all fleet orders for 2023 Toyota fleet models must be placed through a controlled allocation system. And the reason is that Toyota's internal forecast is that there will be an overwhelming end user demand that will exceed Toyota's production allocation for 2023 model fleet orders. And all Toyota models will be required to have pre-approval before fleet orders can be placed for a 2023 model. And the order banks for the 2023 Toyota models will open tomorrow, Wednesday, June 1 for its mainstream fleet vehicles such as the Tundra, Tacoma, and Camry. And similar to other OEM allocation systems, Toyota has adopted an ordering methodology that is based on past fleet order history, which will determine the order quantities for each fleet customer for the 2023 model year. But one thing is absolutely certain, and what is playing out today before our eyes is that end user demand for fleet vehicles in the 2023 model year continues to be extremely strong and is primarily being driven by the pent-up demand caused by the difficulties in sourcing replacement vehicles in the prior two model years. In fact, end user demand for fleet vehicles is so strong that one OEM has actually temporarily suspended the issuance of new fleet identification numbers because they're struggling to meet the demands of their existing customers, let alone trying to meet the demands of brand new fleet customers. So, to summarize this week's episode, fleet managers around the country were hoping that the 2023 model year would be a catch-up year to allow them to replace some of the vehicles they were unable to source in the past 2 years. But market dynamics have caused the goalposts to be moved once again. And the new hope is that model year 2024 will become the long-awaited catch-up year for fleet orders. So with this as my final observation, I'd like to conclude my State of the Fleet Industry presentation for the week of May 30th, 2022, and I'd like to thank you for watching.